Hi, it is iYikKam time again. Since many Wing Chun friends ask me to define the education systems or platform I'm starting with, instead of taking the old so-called Chinese traditions of education systems, here I'd like to tell you clearly and directly what I mean by Western university type of education systems, and what do I mean on what I share. The first, my YouTube. All this YouTube is my public community service duty for Wing Chuners, and there's 4 millions of them. Everybody I treat it equally. So whatever I found, I will share in the YouTube for free. Okay. The notion is so that we can preserve and further develop Wing Chun. Okay. So somebody in a certain level might be able to understand what I'm talking about. Some might not. Depend on different people have different level understanding and experience. So that's what it is. And my YouTube is not going to replace any Sifu or any teacher. Why? It is like one can watch a lot of videos on physics or chemistry. But in reality, if one wants to learn something one doesn't know, or to develop a certain skill, one need to go to school to learn that, teaching by the professional. And the coach, the professional, the instructor, like in the college, will be able to correct you and to help you to achieve the goal. Okay? So we need to be careful on what is what. Okay, never thinking that just watching a video one can know everything. No, one knows certain things exist by watching the video, but one need to dig in deep and have verifications on what one know. Okay. Often there are people who think they know what I'm talking about, but actually they misunderstood me. And often there are people who come visit me, and after I correct them, I fix them, and then they say, oh, I know it too. So there are all kinds of this type of issue, and thus I like to lead this into the Western university education type. That's better. There's no gray area. Like I know about physics, but because I never took a class, I went to university to take a class. That's simple. No question, no argument, no grade. So there's my YouTube and the teaching. And of course, if you go to school, you need to pay for that. Okay? And however, if you can find out from my YouTube, that's free. Okay? However, there are different things. Okay? Separate. The second thing is the book I'm writing. That book is not any treasure. That book I intend to make it a textbook for the Westerner who study internal art or Wing Chun. That book lay out all the basic one need to know. And a lot of people in Asia don't even know this too. Okay? And I make it clear because I think we need a textbooks which cover the core which is needed, instead of blindly follow any type of name, brand, or any lineage or any style. Okay, of course lineages and style, all they have their freedom to do what they want, but a textbook for the basics, the textbooks. It's just like you have MIT, you have Harvard, you have Stanford University, you have Oxford University. They can do all what they want, but when they come to teaching physics, Newtonian physics, there is a standard textbook there. So the book I'm writing, and it's going to release soon, is for that. Okay. The third thing is, there is a class going on the teaching the basics art and science of internal art and Wing Chun based on the books. Okay. So anybody who completed that class will have a certificate and a thesis. And anybody who graduates from the class, if you ask them to explain you and let you experience the 6-13-3, they will be able to do a good job, okay, based on their level. So what happens is this. Usually people be able to tell you the first 10 state, but from the 11, 12, 13, because of the level of their kung fu or skill, they will be able to tell you what it is, but they will not be able to lead you there, and they will honestly tell you that my kung fu is not there yet, but this is what will happen, and at least we have a guideline there. Okay. And they ask about momentum, they'll tell you what it is. So whoever graduate or completed the course have this type of skill and understanding. It's just like when you go to a university class of physics, people can tell you, the graduate can tell about the electrical, the mechanical, whole bunch of stuff, which is including into the content of the physics. Okay. So this is how I see this model, and everybody is free to do what they like. I don't mean that what my this education system I propose is the best, but I go this Western way because I think this put one into a clear future without gray. I like the term by people, of people, for people. I do not like those control type of cult. Like in any religion that you have a pope, everybody have to listen to the pope, and then if you speak differently, then you're against everybody, and those kind of stuff. I don't like those ancient Chinese type of style, which is I think today's world, which is civilized, is a different world. Okay, one should be able to reason. It's instead of saying, "Oh, I'm the grandmaster," or "I can fight better than you." Well, that doesn't prove anything. So we need to talk physics, law of physics, biomechanics, and the Huangdi Neijing, or the Chinese classic in medicines. That is what requirement. Nobody's God, nobody know it all, and nobody control other. Because you are my student, then you have to listen to whatever I'm talking about. You see, in university, even the top professor in MIT or Caltech or UC Berkeley, they don't do that. The professor teach, and then after the lecture, they are not like a god or like somebody who is who dictate everybody. Okay. And so that is how I look at when I mean Western education or Western university education. I mean exactly what it is, and hopefully this model and this text and the future, Wing Chun Kuen can be teach in a formal university like Stanford, Harvard, those type of university, or Oxford, okay, Cambridge. So that way, everybody's status and effort of knowing this art get rise up, because this is not a cult and this is not a tradition, culture type of stuff, but this is something real and art with science. Okay, and so this way, I always actually, like a professor in the college, I encourage anybody or my student, like for example in the college, to surpass me. Otherwise, I don't do my job. Okay. However, to surpass me, that means they need to have like the doctor degree today, that they have the thesis, they have the theoretical and the experiment to get the result and to show the result. For me, it's okay to prove me wrong that way. Okay, and if I don't have people, I don't train people, I don't educate people, I don't educate people to do those jobs, then I'm doing something really wrong. Okay, because Wing Chun doesn't stop at me. This is just a beginning, a new chapter, a renaissance is going to go happen. Okay, that's what my idea. And of course, other people don't have to follow what I'm thinking, but this is a free society and free civilized world today, and I walk in the directions of Western university, because only then I think and I believe, and by evidence for past 100 years, it creates a lot of talented people in the field or expert in the field. So that's about educations. And at the end, because somebody asked me about my video on there's no fix and everything is adaptive. Today I like to show you that about an example, okay, clearly illustrated to you what happened on this adaptive. Since ancient time, any practice of meditations or internal art, there is no fixed rule. There's no way for one to say, I want to learn or study to learn this sets, and I'm doing exactly as this as my sifu, or otherwise I'm doomed because I don't understand, so forth. No, it always has to follow the three system key. Remember, first is have to follow the law of physics, biomechanics, and the Huangdi Neijing, the classic of the traditional Chinese medicines. The second is a style, how thing was done. The third thing is the variations. Okay. So, for example, we talk about this Mei Zhuang, and people often say, "Oh, Hedrick, you've never been taught by this grandmaster so and so, and thus you don't know." Is that true? Well, too bad Mei Zhuang and internal art is not mimic posture or Chinese ballet that have to use any people as a reference. So let me show you the facts today. Okay, the facts of internal arts. Say in Mei Zhuang, if you saw in the video and so forth, somebody will teach you to do it this way, like a crawling worm. Somebody will teach you to open up this way. They say open up the Lao Gong. So which is correct? This guy will say this is correct. This guy will say this is correct. Okay? So which is correct? Well, both didn't tell the full story. Both doesn't know what's going on. So what's the reason why I dare to say that? Because in Mei Zhuang, the quid say, okay, one must not use any effort, and in applications there's no fix. Okay. So the truth behind this is this: if you can do this effortlessly, you can do that. If you can do this effortlessly, you can do that. Again, there's no fixed rule. This one is for Lao Gong, your Qi. This one, you play with the fingertip. the 3 yin channel. This is good. Lao Gong, this focus here, this is focus here. Okay, so for this open and closed Lao Gong is focus your chi here, and for this is focus your 3 yin meridians. Okay, but beginner, how the heck is it going to do that and this without using effort? You can. It's idiotic to try to force this or this because you violate the creed. So what is the truth? The truth is this. If you look at the Tai Chi set, and the good one, they always say you need to empty this part. Okay? Empty this hand, loosen up, empty this hand. That is the beginning part. You need to be able to do that first before you do this or do this based on your Kung Fu. So it is not one size fit all. And you need a Sifu or teacher. But right now, since I get rid of the teacher, you need a professor or instructor in the college to evaluate your state, what you can do, and guide you to attain certain thing. And for the beginner, any beginner, like in the Wing Chun or Tai Chi or even Ermei, you cannot do that. You have to do only this. Make sure that this is empty, so this part is effortless. Only after you do a while, you can effortlessly going to a next level, effortlessly. Same with meditation. You talk about the chi and so forth. You know your body, and guess what? Every time the body change, you have a cold or certain thing, and it change, and you need to change the practice adaptive to that. The Buddha said in the scriptures of the meditations that one need to be careful to watch what is one state and do adjustment. Even the 6 healing sound, Dr. Ma Li Tang have said, the 6 healing sound practiced by different people should be different based on their body conditions. There's no one size fit all. Okay? So all these things have a scientific base, and it is a personal tailor base. One must not say, well, my Sifu do it this way, I have to do it this way. You must be kidding if you're thinking that is what it is. So I saw a lot of people like to argue with me and thinking they know it all because of taking some workshop here and there. But when none of them can tell you what I tell you just now, that means they never develop what it is. That's obvious. Okay? And how suppose they follow their meridians? They can't. They're forcing their thing to mimic, as what I call Chinese ballet. Okay? So this is for you today, and I dedicate this to the Western university way of educations. That take away all the so-called code, control student via the Sifu, the demigod type of stuff, but really get into something so one can develop something, have a future for Wing Chun. Otherwise, there's no future, because if you have somebody as God, only whatever he said or he teach is the real one, the authentic. That doesn't happen in this reality of this world. Check in the human evolutions. So this is for you today.